I'm Dr. Chet Duncan, and today I'm going to be leading you through the Granovsky House, which houses hundreds of paintings spanning back through the history of artwork of the American Southwest. So to start with, a little bit of history on the Granovsky House is that it was privately owned by the Granovskys until their sudden and still unexplained deaths in 2011. And then thankfully the city of Los Angeles swooped in to help preserve this important historical location. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some of my favorite pieces here. All right, we're going to start with one of the most beautiful pieces that we house here. This is a portrait, an untitled portrait by Flanagan, and nobody really knows who the subject of the portrait is, but it is believed that it's a portrait of his best friend's mom, who he kind of had a romantic interest in. And what you'll see here is that all of this portrait is composed of nothing but circles and lines. And so you can see, like, it's not exactly representational, but it's one of the best examples I think we have of Southwestern Paleo-Cubism. A lot of people don't realize that in the Southwest here we had our own version of Cubism, completely divorced from that that you found in Europe. And this is just an astoundingly original piece, and I think that if my best friend's mom looked like this, I would have romantic feelings for her myself. So we'll move on. All right, and so here we have a piece by the conceptual artist, mid-century, named SMT2000. He was something of a futurist, so he enjoyed adding the name 2000 to his pen name, or rather his brush name. This is the largest painting we have here in the Granovsky House, which some of our patrons interpret as being the most accomplished, the most representative of the general largeness of the Southwest. It's like if you're going to have anything man-made that competes with the grandeur of the Grand Canyon, well, it's this SMT 2000 painting. So inexplicably, it's meant to be a depiction of the Empire State Building in New York, but the thing is that SMT 2000, as far as we know, actually never left Pasadena. So he had never seen New York, and he detested photography, so it's unclear whether or not he even knew what the Empire State Building looked like. But this is meant to be, I guess, a kind of, like a Southwestern speculative realism. You can tell that he didn't really understand the color schemes that you find in East Coast cities, though, because everything is just kind of earth tones, which, anybody who's been to New York understands that earth tones are not what that city's made of. So here we have another one of our largest pieces. This is by a painter named Clemens. Clemens was incredibly reclusive and very, very serious, though this seriousness was a little bit undermined by the friendship of other local artists who insisted on referring to him as Little David, much to his chagrin. I mean, he actually eventually committed suicide because he felt so alienated from his friend group and in his seriousness and reclusive qualities. So, as you can see, this painting is actually one of the more traditional pieces that we have here, but I think it's just exquisite. It depicts a whole gang of lions consuming settlers, and most people think it's a kind of anti-colonialist reaction piece, because in the Southwest there's just a horrible legacy of settlement. So this one really makes you think, and I hope that S.L. Clemens has found peace. Alright, what we have here is a painting by Fernanda Fredericks, the only female painter that we actually have in the collection here at the Granovsky House. Unfortunately, the Pasadena art scene was a little bit of a boys' club, but Miss Fredericks here was a very accomplished painter. In fact, she was kind of considered the Georgia O'Keeffe of Pasadena. However, instead of painting floral erotic art like Georgia O'Keeffe, she painted a lot of asexual zigzag art, mostly of snakes. It's kind of reminiscent of the, the arcade game Q*bert. I don't know if any of you at home are familiar with that game, but you can see this is just like a collage of snakes. There's snakes everywhere. A lot of people think that she might have had a little bit of a major anxiety about snakes, which is a big problem here in the Southwest. But you can see that this painting is just gorgeous, just truly gorgeous. It's got this kind of gold foil paint here, incredible. I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this quick tour of some of my favorite pieces here at the Granovsky House, and we hope to see you in person here at the Granovsky House soon. I apologize for the blurred out images. Unfortunately, the city of Los Angeles demands that in order to actually see the paintings, you must be an in-person paying customer or order a full tour on video cassette. I've been Dr. Chet Duncan, and you have been a great audience, and this has been a tour of the Granovsky House.